your 2017 Ironman Arizona champion, 3 feet in a row, Mr. Lionel Sanders! 7:54:10. Another sub-8 hour for Lionel.
Does it mentally tear you down? Have you had moments where you're like, I'm just done forever with Ironman?
To be honest with you, I until you mentioned it, I hadn't even realized I hadn't won one, because I've been racing plenty. I've done plenty of Ironmans since then, and I've raced great athletes, you know, and I've been second at the World Champs after this, so it didn't really occur to me. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it would be great, but you know, I've messed around a lot over these last 6.5 years. I've learned a lot. I've tried a million different things. You know, I worked with the Norwegian squad for a little while, and you know, I did quite well. I finished second at the World Champs, and the only guy ahead of me was Christian Blumenfeld. And one race before that, I finished second to Gustav and went toe-to-toe with him, and then his next one, he won the world title. So it's not, you know, mentally I don't feel like I'm like, oh, I'm not there. I will be dissatisfied if I finish my career and don't at least do one season or one race where I'm like, yeah, I couldn't have prepared, I couldn't have executed that any better in every department. I think you can do that. I think you can control that. I know you can't control the outcome on race day. You can only control yourself. And so you get there and you do everything your best, and then you finish last. That's fine. You know, I'll be satisfied with that. But I can't say that I've done that yet.
How many different training methods do you feel like you've done since that 2017 performance in Kona?
All of them except a good one. No. When I trained with Mick Hall, that was very good training. We did excellent training. I just didn't listen to my body.
Don't ask me how I'm feeling anymore, please. I feel like a complete f***ing bag of f***ing shit.
You'll never work. It will never work with anyone or any coach ever if you don't listen to your body, because no one knows what you're feeling. No coach could possibly know what you're feeling and know exactly it's too much or too little today. Only you know that. I've done mainly low volume most of my career, yes. Most of my career I've done mainly low volume because of being indoors. But unfortunately for ultra endurance, volume is the foundation of the ultra endurance. So it's why most pro cyclists, I would say, are not doing most of their riding indoors, because could you imagine riding your bike for 30 hours a week indoors? It would be mentally extremely difficult. If you can overcome that, then, I mean, indoor training is still phenomenal.
So you're not swimming first today?
It's time to start training. Sam Long just finished his training for the day. That means it's time for me to start training. Literally. 10 a.m. Sam would be appalled by this. He's already done 6 hours today. You know, I was supposed to start this bike ride literally at 9. It's 9:56. Okay?
Who's delaying you?
This is how I know I'm training good. Because I'm not angry right now. I'm just having fun, enjoying it. It's all good. Get the fuck out of here. Up here. Light work. Light work. Woo! I'm getting to a point where the outsider looking in would say, this is insane. There's such a difference between overreaching and pushing, like on this set,
I probably could have, like, my old way of doing it, I'd push 360 and like just, it'd been absolutely horrible. Or today I felt great pushing 350, you know? It's like that little difference, the listening difference. My mantra now is 5% less effort, 5% more technique. And so when I say that to myself, I'm under the load. It's applicable at every zone. And so that allowed me to really go inside my legs and feel my pedal stroke and feel my muscles, how they're recruiting. And pedal instead of pedaling, you know, this shit, inefficient pedal, which it still probably looks like that from the outsider looking in. Internally, the perception is so much different. So, yes, we are in the thick of it. I've been fighting, for sure. Made a lot of mistakes, but I wouldn't change a thing. I learned a lot. I think it's an asset now, and I think it'll be an asset when I'm a coach. All the mistakes I've made. Wouldn't change a thing. Do I wish I had won all those Ironmans? I got second in quite a few Ironmans in that time. Do I wish I won them? Of course. Do I think I could have won all of them? Had I done a really good job? My best? I think I could have, at the very least, been shoulder to shoulder for the W in all the ones I got second in.
After Kona 2022, you said you were taking a break from Ironman. Did you get what you
No,
needed?
I didn't say I was taking a break. I said I'm retired. Clearly. Like, I was, like, very clear. I'm done. And I said, I'm done racing Ironmans. I'm done because I want to win Kona. I want to do well in Kona. And I don't have the ability to do well in a championship race because Kona, that's for damn certain.
Did you get the break you needed or wanted?
I can't wait to race an Ironman. I can't wait. Now, the training, the program, the team that I'm working with now, I mean, it's not like we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So there's a learning process still, but I'm confident that I'm going to race good Ironmans. Is it going to be in Lake Placid? Whatever, I don't know. I'm going to give my best. Train really well, but I'm very confident I'm going to put together much better Ironmans than I've ever put together. So I can't wait.
I remember one time you were looking at Gustav's workouts ahead of like Challenge Daytona or something, and you're like,
Social media is great from the standpoint of like we can connect with each other and motivate each other to do our best. Same as YouTube. I consider YouTube to be part of social media. But the problem for like an athlete in the social media standpoint is that I would say it does more harm than good from the standpoint that if I'm looking at what Christian's doing, or I'm looking what Sam Long's doing, or I'm looking what Gustav's doing, it enters my head and it has an effect on my psychology because I want to beat these guys. And the problem with that is that'd be cool if it was just that. Maybe it's different for other people, but if it was just like, oh, it motivates me to go out and train, that'd be one thing. But the problem is it impedes my ability to feel what's going on. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, Christian can do 7x2K in at 3 minutes per kilometer or something. And so, well, I got to do that. How am I going to beat him if I don't do that? You know? And then it's like, So then you're like, you've got this new element, this new egoic element going on when you're training. And so I think, at least from a professional standpoint, or from your competitor's standpoint, I think it's much better to not know what your competitors are doing at all. You can sort of paint a picture in your head of what they're doing that motivates you, but when you train, I think you need to listen to your body and do the absolute best that you can do each and every day. And that has nothing to do with anybody else, truly. And the social media just impedes your capacity to do that to the best of your ability. At least it does for me.
What are your goals in Placid? What would you be happy with? Winning?
I already know I'm going to be happy with whatever the outcome is because I couldn't have done any better. I couldn't have trained any better than I've done. So I'll have a nutrition strategy in place. I'll have some guidelines with regards to pacing to some extent. I mean, you got to race too, and you got to use your experience. So if you train the best that you can, it really starts in training, in my opinion. Yeah. You know, all those ones I look back on, a lot of my wishes that I could do over again are training related. You know? And so in 2022, I got second at the Worlds to Christian. Yeah, he beat me by 4 minutes or something. But why was I 40 minutes down to him in Kona 6 months later? Why? You tell me. Was it my nutrition strategy?
You destroyed yourself in the training.
My pacing strategy? No, it was my training. What I did in practice is why. I don't think he got 40 minutes better. I would argue he probably was about the same. And so, yeah, I won't have any, I already can tell I've trained, phenomenally, really. And I couldn't ask any more of myself. And whatever happens, happens. Take the W, take the W. You get 10th, you get 10th. I'm not going to cry about it. Like, I'm on the pathway to finding my best. And if my best is a win, then great. And if it's not, great.
But are you excited?
You're the one who's concerned about the winning. You're the one who's going on about how you haven't won. Seems more like you need to win. Seems like you're focused on winning. Don't get me wrong. I don't need to hype myself up. I will take the W if I can take the W. I don't need to do some rituals or something to, put my mind in the right place to take the W. I'll take the W. No problem. But there's a lot of other guys who got something to say about that. So I can't control them. I can control me, and I have done a great job of that. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I'd say it's the best training I've ever done. If I look back over the years, it's the best training I've ever done. Am I at the peak? No. If you're at the peak in July, you're doing something wrong. Peak comes in October. But I'm in good shape.